What's up YouTube, this is your friendly neighborhood movie nerd back to give you guys everything that's going on in the world of movies and TV. So today I'm going to talk about Mother. That is Darren Aronofsky's new movie. Darren Aronofsky is a guy who's directed some of the most controversial, I'll say, but definitely a lot of good films that have come out over the last 2 decades. He did Requiem for a Dream, which I loved. He also did Black Swan, very deserved Oscar for Natalie Portman. He also did The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, but he's also done a couple of other artsy, schmartsy movies. You've got The Fountain in 2006, which nobody remembers, and then you've also got Noah in 2014, which I actually saw in theaters. So you've got his new movie that just came out, Mother, starring Jennifer Lawrence, who he's currently in a relationship with. Now, was this movie more along the lines of a Requiem for a Dream, a Wrestler, or a Black Swan in terms of actually being a really good movie, or was it more along the lines of a Fountain or a Noah in terms of just being an artsy, schmartsy movie just for the sake of being artsy, schmartsy? Let's find out. This is my review for Mother.
It's just never enough.
So Mother stars Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem as a couple living in a house seemingly in the middle of nowhere. They live in perfect harmony, with Lawrence's character having built the entire house from scratch, while Bardem's character works tirelessly day in and day out to write his poems. Their perfect utopia is thrown into chaos, however, when a stranger, played by Ed Harris, shows up claiming that he needs a place to stay. This is followed by the man's wife, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, his 2 sons, and many more people who just coming in and out and in and out. And all the while, Lawrence's character is wondering what the hell is going on. So while I really did love Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan, I think those are both unique films that are expertly put together and are easily 2 of the best films of the last 2 decades. With that being said, this is also the same guy who, like I said, directed Noah, which proved to be boring, pretentious, and way longer than it needed to be. And after seeing this movie, I'm starting to notice a pattern here. So let me just get this out of the way that the biggest problem everyone is going to have coming out of this movie, whether they actually like it or not, this movie was severely mismarketed. I'm talking worse than Collateral Beauty and Passengers last year, as well as Alien Covenant this year, where the studio fucked around with this movie and cut together a trailer that made this movie out to be one of the creepiest, scariest horror thrillers this year. Well, what this movie actually turned out to be was something completely different. So I'm just getting it out of the way right now. This movie is not a horror movie for anybody going in thinking that it is going to be. What this movie turned out to be instead was, and this is where major spoilers come in, a Bible allegory. Yep. No easy way to get around it. Javier Bardem's character is God. The house, I'm assuming, is Eden. And there's a whole bunch of other religious metaphors, the specifics of which are for the most part lost on me because I never actually read the Bible before. I just know a brief overview of all the stories. And for all the people who felt like they didn't get it, I understand, but the clues are definitely there for you to figure out even before you get to the end. For example, I was completely confused for most of this movie, but I want to say that the turning point was probably when I realized what the hell was going on, was probably around the 3/4 mark. So I kind of saw it coming when they explained, sort of, at the end, what the movie was all about, if anything. So now that we've gotten the meaning, sort of this movie out of the way, the question is, was this movie actually a piece of art or just another pretentious piece of garbage? And the answer that I've come up with is something in the middle. Because the thing about this movie is that it is very beautifully shot. I think Aronofsky uses the same cinematographer, I want to say here, that he did in Black Swan. So the movie does look gorgeous. I know there are a lot of complaints about like the amount of close-ups, but honestly that didn't bother me. I feel like the way it's constantly moving around and flowing, it really makes fantastic use of the limited space. Like when there's all these people that are constantly flowing in, it makes this house feel like a war zone, and it's really impressive. And the plot, while certainly confusing, it makes sense once you see it overall, and I feel like the acting is really good. Particularly, I thought Jennifer Lawrence and Michelle Pfeiffer gave the best performances in the movie. Everybody else, they were good, but they were just kind of meh. They fell into the background. I do think Jennifer Lawrence made the best with what she was given, though, which is really just kind of to look there confused and scream a lot. But while this movie is technically brilliant, I think that when it comes to selling an actual story, it falls flat on its face. The problem is that while I understand what it's trying to retell, I don't really know what the purpose is. I don't know what it's trying to get across. Yeah, I get it, it's the Bible, but why is he trying to retell it? Is it the same, if it's the same thing he did with Noah, where it's really well shot and real acted, but what's the point? It's a story that most people know, and it's one that's been done so many different times. So if he was trying to be obvious with it, he missed it because it's another rehashed story. And if he was trying to deceive us, he failed there too, because a lot of people are going to be able to figure out very easily what this movie is. So overall, a really technically brilliant movie with some great performances, but an allegory for a story that has literally been done to death, as well as to having no real purpose behind it, makes Mother a great art house movie that has absolutely no business being pitched as a big budget movie. I'm only giving this movie 6 out of 10 stars. That is my review for Mother. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, whether you actually saw this movie or not. It's perfectly feasible if you didn't, considering it only made like 7.5 million at the box office. Anyways, I'm the Movie Nerd. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at MovieNerdReview. Also, head on over to the website, MovieNerdReviews.com. Also, be sure to leave a like and a comment here. Subscribe to the channel. That is it. I will see you guys next time. Go!